Hello Pixel Enemy Revive, this is Phil, and I have some more Battlefield 3 gameplay for you. Now this is some endgame capture the flag stuff, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay. But obviously what I want to talk about is more the point rather than the gameplay itself. I'm an average gamer, and I don't imagine there's going to be anything here that is particularly going to wow you. But it's not too bad anyway. Right, okay, so what I wanted to talk about. Battlefield 3 is slowly winding down. We are already being given teasers and tempters and trailers and what have you for Battlefield 4, and lots of people are commenting and making their trailer breakdowns and so on, talking about what they're excited about for this next game. So we're kind of already moving on to the next version before we've really kind of finished with this. So I thought now would be a nice time to look back on Battlefield 3, to look at all the expansion packs and try and decide which ones are the best, which one's the favourite. Now then, so I've had Battlefield 3 since the day of release, and I have been a premium member that whole time as well. So I've had a go at all of the expansion packs, all the DLCs. I've played the vanilla maps, I've played all the different game modes. I haven't necessarily done particularly well in all the different game modes, but I have played them, so I feel like I can make an opinion on these things. And what I would really like to hear from you guys, Pixel Enemy Revive, is any opinions that I come out with. If you enjoy them, if you like them, please leave me a comment below, and I will absolutely jump into those comments and talk to you about them. If you don't like them, if you think they're stupid and wrong and fucking ridiculous, then again, leave a comment below and I will absolutely be more than happy to argue my points with it. Okay, so anyway, so with Battlefield 3 we got the vanilla maps in the first place, and they were fantastic. Now personally I play Conquest more than anything else on Battlefield 3 because I play on a console. This is Xbox footage, as I'm sure you are aware, as it's making your eyes bleed if you're used to the 1080p PC stuff. However, with the so I play Conquest because it's a better way of getting points. I don't feel that Rush is necessarily as kind of tight and fixed with in Battlefield 3 as it was in, for example, Bad Company 2, which was I really felt was massively a rush game type. So yeah, so I play a lot of Conquest. Really enjoy those. My favourite maps, Sane Crossing, I think. I enjoy the nice sort of mix. It's quite close combat, but by the same token, yeah, there are vehicles rocking around. You know, that's kind of good as well. You can get horrifically spawn rates in that round, but it is also an awful lot of fun. And then obviously things like Metro and stuff, where you know that you're going to be getting involved and getting gunfights and so on and so forth. Then obviously the Back to Karkand came out. Now, being a console player, I hadn't played Battlefield 2 before Bad Company 2, so I didn't know the Back to Karkand maps, and they were new, and they're very enjoyable, and they look kind of beaten up, and I enjoy that. That's kind of cool, isn't it? It kind of makes you feel rugged, makes you feel like you're actually, you know, in a war zone, and that was very nice. Did enjoy those maps. Close Quarters on a console is brilliant. It's fantastic because you're not spending time running between gunfight to gunfight. There's always a gunfight round every corner. It's fantastic, but I can massively understand why the community didn't necessarily feel it. It was very much designed to kind of bring in the Call of Duty crowd, to make it exciting and exhilarating for those players that are used to spawn dying all the time, and they're not used to kind of building a patient win through a game, which is what kind of Battlefield is kind of all about. You know, it's obviously it's more tactical rather than. It's more strategic rather than tactical. But Call of Duty is a very kind of short-term thing, isn't it? So that's why the close quarters thing was kind of introduced in that way, I think, personally. And as I say, I can massively understand why people didn't like it as much as others. For me, it's a tricky one. It's almost my favourite DLC, I'll be honest, because I just enjoy it. I like the run and gun. I like to get into gunfights a lot. So yeah, that is pretty good. After Close Quarters, then of course we had Armoured Kill. I don't know what Armoured Kill is like on a 64-man server, but if I'm perfectly honest, on a small console server, it's terrible. It's awful. It's like 28 days later. I've used that analogy before. I will undoubtedly use it again. You're spending your time running around. It feels like the end of the world and there is no one else there with you. And unfortunately, it seems as though that kind of server has died very, very quickly. It's quite difficult to get a game on Armoured Kill now on an Xbox. But there we are. That kind of it is what it is. And then after that, obviously we had Aftermath. Now Aftermath was great. It was a really nice idea. It's all kind of beaten up again, isn't it? And it's wrecked buildings, and even the soldiers look like they've been in a proper fight. That's great fun. And the scavenger game mode for me was incredible. Loved it. Absolutely was stunned because I didn't think when I read about it before it was going to come out, I didn't think much of it. But then it came out, and wow, that's brilliant. I really enjoy Scavenger. Unfortunately, again, people played Scavenger until they got their crossbows, and now it's gone. It's kind of difficult to get a server on the Xbox, I find. So I just tend not to too much anymore, if I'm perfectly blunt. But that is a real shame, as I say, because I did enjoy playing Aftermath an awful lot. And then obviously after Aftermath, we've come out with Endgame. Endgame has made me love Battlefield again. And I don't know why. I haven't really played much Conquest on it. I haven't played an awful lot. I haven't played any Rush on it at all. I played a little bit of Air Superiority. Can't buy a kill in a jet. But Capture the Flag. Man, I love Capture the Flag. And Capture the Flag is not something that I expected that I would enjoy. But I do. It's great. So this is my favourite DLC. I hope you've enjoyed this Pixel Enemy Revive. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Take care. Good night, good afternoon, and good day.